Hey, it's Edge here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for THETA, or THETA token. I'll cover wave analysis with Elliott Wave Theory and provide multiple scenarios the price may take and explain why I prefer one count over another. Let's take a look at the different possibilities. Starting here on higher time frame first, taking a look at this most bullish scenario. In this one we would have this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into a primary 1 and then looking for a way 2 to end down here. At the moment we have already retraced around 90 something percent, 94% to the lows, so that would more indicate that this is going to be definitely a wave 2 of some sorts. If we are looking this at arithmetic scale, we could be saying that again wave 3 is very small, but again in price terms since the lows of wave 2 we did, well, let's retry that, around 1500%, which is pretty good. So it is not too small. Again, logarithmic scale is skewing things a bit here. So it's definitely possible that we had topped here at wave 1. The other idea was that we had this as a 1, 2 and 3 and then looking for wave 4. However, again this retracement down is around 95%, which is very not typical for a wave 4 to do, as of my understanding at least. So this counts definitely on the back as a possibility though. Here we have still a very high RSI reading, probably the highest RSI reading at least on daily, at the very tip top. So it is also possible to imagine that this could be an A, B and C, but again, for corrective wave structures, you do not see a divergence at the very end. So that's why I wanted to mention there is a 5-way move here that is certainly possible to be applied here. But at the moment, I'm still leaning towards more towards this count instead than the ABC. But just some thoughts. Now let's go through the options that we have here onto the current correction. This one is more bearish. Let's start with 8 hours, because Theta seems to be on a bit different looking structures than any other coin, or nothing like Bitcoin either. So it's kind of interesting to see what we have here. In here I've labeled this as an ABC into W, ABC into X, and then again ABC into W here. Then ABC into X again here, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into third. Then looking for that fourth here, and then one more low, fifth, and that would only be the A wave of this wave Y. Then we would be looking for B and then C. Again, this is the more bearish view all around. It's not looking too bad. I don't see any possibilities of going higher here impulsively. I can see us correcting higher correctively though, but not from this point of or from this count at least. I had shown you this before where we had this as possible WX, YX, Z. I can't really get a good looking structure over here, so if this is going to be coming true, I would still expect this to do something like this first. Also this WX, YX, Z is very rare or as a pattern, so yeah, I wouldn't really be counting on this one either. I created another one which is a bit less bullish, in which we have this as a W, X and Y. Pretty much the same exact structure here for this first W, except in here we have a triangle. It does not really play too well. As we see, A wave here is lower than the C wave, and it does not really have a clear look. It is possible to label it like this, but I just wanted to show you why I don't prefer this labeling method of a triangle. So there we go. So overall W, X and Y into W, same X, and then instead of the impulsive wave structures we would be looking these as 3-way structures, A, B and C into W. We have the lowest RSI here for this structure. Then 3-way pullback, very small though, very small, we have to acknowledge that. And then we would have another A, B and C coming down, if we can see that. some of these wicks here are very bad, so they are not very very friendly looking. I'm not quite sure if these are present in other exchanges, but at least according to this other wicks here, I'm just going to be basically ignoring this one here, just so I can fit this structure in here. That might be bad since I did not check the other exchanges, I have to admit. But that would get us to end here, end a certain count here, which would be pretty weird. I don't see us having, actually these are wrong degrees, my bad. This should be sub-minute, sub-minute, sub-minute. So this indeed would, where am I going? This indeed would be either W, X and Y or something else, or a ABC structure as a flat. But this would expect one wallow as well. I don't see any bullish movement here at all. So unfortunately for the bulls out there, this is not going to be it. If we are looking at this first WXY that I showed you, I'm looking at this structure over here on local time frame right here. Of course, don't mind the degrees of this, but again, nice. This is the low of that third wave of minuet. Then we would be looking for a three-way pullback for the fourth of minuet. In here I've labeled this as a three-way structure. We can clearly see that this is 3, 3, 3, so a double zigzag. Okay, then some kind of three-way structure here, either WXY or ABC, and then again some kind of ABC. I'm not quite sure if this here is this degree, same degree as these. Size wise this would make sense, however it does not seem to be finished here. We are just pumping up higher, so I'm thinking that we could have this as the first leg, then another leg down and another leg up. At that point we could have a chance to get to the 1-to-1 extension of this W wave pivoted from this X. So that would be the ideal target, and at that point again we could get there. We can even use a channeling method here. Let me get rid of that first. Should have done that before, but again, yeah, it does not really fit. Let's see it on arithmetic scale, even worse. Oh man, oh well, yeah, doesn't seem to be fitting too well. We have to be using this as a best fit channel, something like this, or using it to pivot from these highs over here. Let's just fix it like this to have some kind of better look into it. Not quite sure where this is going to go. Currently we are having a massive area of resistance here where we have pivoted like 4 times from here, 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 and now again back here. So if we are going to be breaking this area where we're currently at, ending around $1.6, I do see us having a probability of getting some kind of backtest into it and then going higher again. If we are going to go beyond the 1.618 here on higher time frame, around $2.3, then I would be looking into some bullish options possibly. Before that though, no, I'm not. I'm very bearish on THETA. It is looking very weak compared to some of the other structures and coins out there, so that's why I'm so bearish. Just because the chart says so. I don't have any reason to be bullish. This low here was put in June 13th, while the other market put in lows around 18th of June, which is this low. So it is in a bit of a weird area, this one, and I think basically the 14th we had from the 14th of June to 18th we had a massive dump, and on THETA we just didn't. So it's a bit different looking overall. So I might be starting to track this more often, just because it is a bit more different than the other altcoins. Other altcoins are pretty much the same compared to each other, so there's really no tracking with them, unless you want to be trading them, of course, and invest in them in the further or long term. But that is pretty much everything I wanted to say and talk about in Theta. If you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate the likes. Link to my free Discord server in the description below. And for now, I thank you for watching and hope you have an amazing rest of your day. See you in the next video. Bye bye.